it or burn it to the ground. The sun throws more energy at Earth in 1 hour than humanity uses in an entire year.
But catching that energy?
A robotic arm moving faster than the eye can see.
We are building a trap for light.
But this high-tech marvel doesn't start in a lab.
It starts here, with sand. Silica, quartz, the skin of the earth. To get it, we have to tear the mountain apart.
Quartz is one of the hardest materials in nature.
It refuses to give up its treasure easily.
So we use brute force.
This is the raw ingredient of the future.
Now the rock must move.
Each load weighs as much as a space shuttle.
The demand never sleeps.
Here, the dirty rock will become pure intelligence.
But this sand is messy. It's full of impurities. For solar panels, clean isn't enough.
We blast it with 2,000 degrees of heat.
Cooling metal tink. It looks metallic now. 99% pure.
But for a solar panel, 99% is garbage.
We need 6 nines purity.
Enter the Siemens process.
The result is polysilicon, the most refined manufacturing material on Earth.
Pure silicon is actually useless.
It locks arms with 4 other atoms, a stable grid. It's too stable. It holds its electrons tight. We introduce a boron atom into the grid. Whoosh! So we have to break it. We contaminate it.
When these two layers touch, an electric field forms.
Think of it like a slide. Electrons want to fall down it.
Sunlight hits the cell again. Now, when sunlight hits, but first, we must build the crystal structure.
The process continues inside the furnace. For 48 hours, it grows in the dark.
It looks like metal, but it's as brittle as glass. Now, we must square the circle.
The cylinder becomes a long rectangular block to make a perfect brick.
But rock doesn't conduct electricity.
It needs a catalyst. We blast the surface with phosphorus gas.
The bottom of the wafer remains positive thermalate.
the P-N Junction, the heartbeat of the solar cell.
Now, for the iconic look.
But how do we get the power out?
baked in. Permanent.
Machines are fast, but they are blind to nuance.
Meet Sarah. Quality control. She tosses a defective cell into a reject bin. Glass shattering. One crack.
And the panel dies in 5 years, not 25. This work is tedious, yes, but it is absolutely vital that we maintain these standards.
The human eye is the final gatekeeper.
Alone, these cells are weak.
It is paper thin. One cell produces only 0.5 volts. He gently places a cell. His hands are steady, treating it like thin glass. One slip, and the cell is dust.
We zoom into the blue surface of the cell. Entering the atomic level, inside this fragile wafer, a war is happening.
When a photon strikes the silicon,
It knocks an electron loose. We provide the highway. We channel that chaotic energy into a usable current.
But machines aren't perfect.
We stack the voltage, 10 cells. 5 volts.
Now we have power.
The string sways between their hands. It looks incredibly fragile. Glass stress creak. But we also have a problem.
Now we build the sandwich.
And finally, the backsheet. The skin. The stack looks loose, flimsy, and cloudy. Right now, it looks like a messy lasagna.
until it meets the laminator.
We suck out every molecule of air.
The cloudy EVA plastic melts. It turns crystal clear. At 150 degrees, the glue melts and becomes invisible.
Next, the armor. Aluminum framing.
We seal the edges against rain, snow, and hail. Finally, the brain. The junction box.
Now it's alive.
But does it actually work?
So we built our own. We run electricity backwards through the panel.
On the monitor, a tiny black line appears on one cell. A micro crack. If there is a crack, the cell stays dark.
We catch it now, so it doesn't fail on your roof.
Before it leaves, it must shine.
Dust, fingerprints, silicone, everything must go.
Ready for the world. A stark contrast to the clean factory. But progress has a shadow.
In the past, this was garbage.
Today, it is a resource.
We use acid to strip the metal back out.
The remaining silicon sludge is dried and remelted.
Fire roar.
The rock is melted down.
Looking at the factory's own smokestacks. A clean breeze. And the factory itself?
The roof of the factory is covered in its own solar panels. It is powered by the very things it builds. Manufacturing without destruction.
The noise of the factory fades away.
The journey ends here.
Two workers lift the panel we just built. They heave it onto the rack.
The panel is locked in.
The humans leave, and the machine begins its watch.
It has no moving parts.
Electrons rushing down the silver fingers we printed earlier. It is screaming with energy.
We have turned the geology of our planet.
To fire. To precision.
The flash test, KAPOW. To power.
This is not just a factory.
The panels look like a blue ocean. It is the engine of a new age.
An age powered by the sky. This is solar.